One word that comes to mind when I hear of the Schwartz School is dedication. Dedication from our staff and family members to work with us and trust us with their children every day.
Kids are kids at the end of the day, and what we really spend a lot of time on is trying to connect with that child. Because as adults, when we see a child in a wheelchair, we see the wheelchair first. When a child sees a child in a wheelchair, they don't see the wheelchair, they see another child. And they'll tell you everything about that child before they'll mention the wheelchair. They might tell you he's bossy, he doesn't take turns, and everything else. And all I'm seeing is when I walk in the road, that's so-and-so, he's in a wheelchair. That's the way adults think sometimes. And kids, they don't.
We are very busy every day. We have 6 classrooms that have only students with special needs, where we can really focus on their educational and therapeutic needs.
I feel like that's one of the most important aspects of my job is to get to know those students. And I think it's much more so than in any other setting because you spend so much time with these students and it's such a high staff to student ratio that you really do get to know them, which we're lucky to do. And I have not really seen that anywhere else besides here.
What we're trying to do is develop the whole child, and when you look at the influences or the impacts that different things have on a child, there's an infinite number. And what we do is we really focus on 4 areas. So we focus on education, which everybody knows that's kind of our umbrella on everything. We also focus on social emotional health. How are kids developing their sense of self-esteem? When I was growing up, you only really talked about that, child's self-esteem when they were in middle school or junior high school. Nowadays, you realize, it's happening in infancy. So what are you doing to really help that child's view of themselves? Developmentally, where are they from a developmental standpoint, and how are we helping them reach those milestones? And sometimes developmental milestones aren't appropriate for a child. What are the milestones that should be appropriate, to really push them along? And last but not least is health. What is that child's health trajectory like?
Meeting Street and the Schwartz School allow us to get to know our students by giving us that student to staff ratio that we need in order for our students to thrive, really. Because once again, it's really about knowing your students.
You judge a society by how it treats its weakest members. Kids with disabilities, kids who are at risk, they don't get more innocent than that. We're all part of one community. If we're all equal and we're treating everybody with dignity and with compassion, that's the community I want to be part of, and that's what we're doing here.
So in order for our students to reach their fullest potential, it takes a village. It takes hardworking, dedicated employees such as our physical therapists, our teachers, our teacher assistants, and it also takes adapted tools like our smart boards, our adaptive equipment, and even books. And that's made possible by our generous donors who believe in our vision and believe in the work that we do.